What's up, guys? It's me, the ALE Prince, here to give you my top 10 matches from March. I know it's April 2nd. I didn't make a lot of videos because I was actually on my spring break, so I just decided I want to actually try to go out and have fun and meet people and get to know people, reunite with some friends. So I just decided just to take that week off. I did review Strong Style Evolved, so there was that. You can get my full opinions on the show. Overall, this before I get started on the list and talk about the month of March, I did have a movie review for Ready Player One on my website, so you can check that down below. Also, I reviewed New Japan Pro Wrestling's Sakura Genesis with Okada and Sabre Jr. I did watch it the day of. It's just, I was out, so I just decided to give you my star ratings down on the link as always. So yeah, I recommend you guys check that out, and you guys could check my opinions on Ready Player One, the movie. Side note, I recommend to go watch it. Yeah, I really recommend that movie. For the most part, it'll be good. It's not I honestly, at this point, going to the movies is basically just saying that you're waiting for the Avengers. So that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, I recommend Ready Player One, worth checking out. But now let's get on to the actual top 10 matches of March. Overall, this month was not that great. We had a match of the year contender. We had a bunch of other matches. Majority of my matches will come from the New Japan Cup, and a lot of Sabre Jr. matches, to be honest. Hardly any WWE matches, like 2 matches, and then I did bring some ROH, mainly from the 16th anniversary show. But overall, I don't know, New Japan, every time you're just I'll skip New Japan. No, these guys happen to get some of the best in-ring, greatest matches out there. Even though they have ridiculous amount of tag team matches, it's just, it's crazy that these guys still have the chance to have some of the best matches of the month. And yeah, just shows you that New Japan Pro Wrestling is really taking over, not just because of wrestling, because it's not all about wrestling, it's also about the characters and the stories that build up to him. So I'm really digging New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you thought it was big. I mean, it was definitely the best year for them last year, but this year might be another phenomenal standout year, especially with WrestleMania weekend coming out. Also, with WrestleMania weekend coming up, if we had matches like Okada and Sabre Jr. around that time, then we are set for a great WrestleMania weekend as far as wrestling goes. So kudos for that. I can't wait for the April list. I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like. But let's talk about March. Let's talk about March. The matches that are worth watching. My top 10. Number 10 is the 6-pack challenge from WWE Fastlane. I know a lot of people are tired of 6-pack challenges, fatal 5-ways, and stuff like that. This was one of the good ones, to say the least. It started right off the bat with John Cena giving the attitude adjustment to everybody except Styles. And they set up Owens and Zayn down the for it. You're thinking John Cena had a potential win, but eventually AJ Styles won the match. And now he's fighting Nakamura at WrestleMania. So Nakamura, Styles, that's good enough for me. That was just a bonus of why this match even made it up on the top 10. So that was just really great. Coming in at number 9, I have Zack Sabre Jr. versus SANADA from the New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Japan Cup, Day 8. Ever since SANADA had that great match with Okada last month, which made the number 1, SANADA's just been on a roll with great matches, and this is no different. Well, he is taking Sabre Jr., so Sabre Jr. and SANADA had great chemistry. Obviously, all I really wanted was a good match, and these guys definitely gave me a good match, so that's good for me. Number 8, Roderick Strong versus Cedric Alexander from WWE's 205 Live, March 13th. I've been digging with the cruiserweights. I've been doing. They're honestly the best thing going on with heading out to WrestleMania weekend. They're actually building up Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. That reminds me, I was gonna put Mustafa Ali versus Drew Gulak, It just didn't quite make the list. I think the Fastlane 6-pack challenge was a little bit more entertaining for me. I still like Mustafa Ali and Drew Gulak, but I don't know. I enjoyed the Fastlane 6-pack a little bit more. Back to this match. Now keep in mind, 205 Live is right after SmackDown's 2 hours, so and half of the crowd isn't even there. The crowd stuck around for a while. They wanted to see Cedric Alexander and Roderick Strong, and they freaking killed it. They woke a crowd up. That is impressive. And what I liked about this match is that it ended differently. You know, every match these days, and this is like no problem, but every match ends with a finisher. So it's like obviously you know when the match is gonna end. But this one ended in a roll up, making it even more exciting for Cedric to win. So you know this is the proper way of putting someone over. Roderick Strong's probably the most popular guy in 205 Live right now. Other than maybe Hideo Itami and Kalisto. But putting over Cedric Alexander like this, it was just awesome to see. You know, Roderick Strong giving a great match to Cedric and also putting him over. I can't wait to see Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander. I think it's going to be Cedric's moment. I'll get more into it in my predictions video. Number 7, the Hung Bucks vs. SoCal Uncensored from ROH to 16th anniversary. This was just a great street fight, this brawl for all. The Young Bucks, you know, we give a lot of shit for the Young Bucks, but they're improving. They're selling more. They're actually kicking ass, and I really enjoyed this match. It was just overall the best, like, way to just put old school with the new school kind of feeling. You know, obviously none of these guys are old school. You could say Christopher Daniels is, but you know, I really dug this match. It was just a fun match. Just 6 men just beating the shit out of each other. It was just insane, and I loved it. It was a great match from ROH. Next up, number 6, Kazuchika Okada vs. Will Ospreay from New Japan Pro Wrestling's 46th anniversary. Now, to be honest, I didn't like this match the first time I saw it. Rewatching it, it was really freaking good. It was just a really entertaining match. I thought it was like, I didn't think the chemistry meshed that well, but I rethought about the match and I watched it again and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. It was one of the best, for sure. Will Ospreay and Kazuchika Okada had great chemistry. I was shocked. Yeah, that's all you gotta know. I mean, really the only problem I could say is that you already predicted who was gonna win, but who cares? We got a great match out of it. Number 5, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kota Ibushi from New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Japan Cup Day 6. These two guys are only going to remember. Every time these guys fight each other, people are going to talk about the Cruiserweight match that we never got in the Cruiserweight Classic. At this point, I really don't care. We got a great match. I can't wait to see more of these matches. These guys have great chemistry. And it really does suck that they didn't fight at the freaking Cruiserweight Classic, but they just tore the freaking house down. Sabre Jr.'s just been on a roll. He's definitely a main event player. People are calling him the next Daniel Bryan. Let's take it easy, because every time we say someone's the next something, they will probably fuck up on the main roster. I'm not saying Zack Sabre Jr. is set to go to the main roster right away, but could be. Who knows? I'm digging Zack Sabre Jr. I mean, when I talk about his Okada match, which will definitely make it in the April list. Yeah, you guys know that Zack Sabre Jr. is on a roll, and Kota Ibushi has always been this great, so it's just a bonus. Another Zack Sabre Jr. match at number 4 versus Tetsuya Naito New Japan Cup Day 3. This is the closest thing to like a big main event match. I thought Naito was gonna make it to the final 2, setting up whatchamacallit, an epic rematch with Naito and Okada, because I actually do believe that Naito could have been the guy to beat the streak of Okada. But you know what? It's good to have Sabre Jr. at least get a chance, and I think we could save Naito and Okada the rematch down the road, or just have another top guy beat Okada. If I were to pick who beats Okada, I'll probably, in a booking standpoint, I'll probably say Cody, but that would piss off a lot of people for whatever the reason. But it will be like Cody, Omega, maybe Squirrel if he leaves the Super Junior division. But yeah, those are just my personal opinion. Overall, Naito and Sabre Jr. fantastic match. Highly recommended. Number 3, damn, 3 Zack Sabre Jr. matches in a row. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hiroshi Tanahashi from the New Japan Cup Finals. Yeah, these were the final 2. You know this shit was gonna be good. I knew right away Zack Sabre Jr. was gonna win. I just wanted to see how he would beat him. And damn, these guys had a great match. They've had great matches. In the last year. This might not be their best, but this is probably my favorite. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, this might be my favorite out of the bunch that they've done because it just made sure that Sabre Jr. is going to be one of the next top guys that will push to the moon and hopefully succeed in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's good to see that New Japan Pro Wrestling is actually going to try to push new guys. You know, now that we lost Ricochet, we lost I think Minoru Suzuki's leaving. Actually no, not Suzuki. Forgot who. Some guys are planning on retiring soon. But yeah, Sabre Jr. being a guy that they've kind of pushed. I'm digging it. I'm enjoying this great match. Number 2, Dalton Castle versus Jay Lethal. Now this is coming from a guy who does not like Dalton Castle. But Jay Lethal versus Dalton Castle finally put Dalton Castle on the map. This was on the ROH 16th anniversary. It was just a good technical wrestling masterpiece that a lot of people say was a little bit overhyped. I don't think so. I thought it was honestly it's more underrated to say the least. Dalton Castle and Jay Lethal should definitely. I mean, it does take 2 to tango, but I mean, there's certain guys that you could tell are just not that great. A personal example, and this is my personal opinion. Jay White fucking sucks. I'm being really honest. Jay White is fucking lame. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Dalton Castle, I could finally believe him as a credible ROH champion. Not quite yet. I definitely want the belt on somebody else. I heard he's fighting Marty Scurll, so Marty Scurll winning that belt, I'm all the way in with that. So yeah, Dalton Castle's definitely improving a lot, and I can't wait to see more of his work. Really am excited for this guy. And this guy was gonna originally go to NXT earlier this year, but he stuck around in ROH, and now he's ROH champion. So that's just fantastic. This was honestly the best match I've seen in ROH for a while. I mean, you could say like ladder war matches and stuff like that, but this is like the legit, like good main event from ROH. It didn't quite make number 1. Number 1 is obviously the closest thing to a match of the year. From New Japan Pro Wrestling, Strong Style Evolved, Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks. Out of all the things that went wrong with the show, not saying that the show was bad. I'm just saying we were going to get Naito and Jericho. We didn't get that. We were going to get Mysterio and Liger. Didn't get that. The one match that we did stuck with for sure was Young Bucks versus the Golden Lovers in the greatest tag team match I've seen in freaking years. Yes, this is better than the Revival DIY matches. It's better than Usos and New Day matches. Because this told a story, This told the story of Kenny Omega. After leaving the Bullet Club, he reunites with Kota Ibushi as part of the Golden Lovers. Young Bucks were a part of the Bullet Club. I don't think they're a part of it anymore. And basically, it just told the story like Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are like best friends. Matt and Nick Jackson definitely showed that they could also be single competitors in this match. So I really, really enjoyed this match. It was really great. And honestly, the only real fantastic thing about this entire card, I mean, not saying it was awful, but we didn't have like anything like worth mentioning once you saw this match. So I really appreciated that they came to the US and have this match, because this is just great. This is like a big, good story. Again, my favorite part was when Kenny Omega was going to hit one of the Young Bucks with his finisher. I keep forgetting the name of it. My bad. And then he doesn't want to do it, but then the Young Buck member grabs Kenny Omega's hand and puts it over and just says, just do it. Does it. And then that could have been the end, but the match kept going, and it just told more stories throughout it. They had a table spot. It was just a fantastic tag team match. It's one of my favorites of all time, for sure. And yeah, that's going to be my list for the top 10 matches of March. I can't wait for April. That one's going to be stacked with like match of the year contenders, mainly from WrestleMania weekend. It's just going to be an incredible list next for April. So I can't wait to see what that top 10 looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know that I kind of just threw a bunch of New Japan matches, but right now they're the only game in town. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the list again. It's me, the AOLE Double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Next video, I think I'm gonna do the preview of WrestleMania weekend, not just WrestleMania, but also Super Card of Honor, NXT Takeover New Orleans, again WrestleMania, and I might do Lucha Underground versus GFW. I didn't know much about this until someone brought it up, so I might go check that out. If you guys are up for it, let me know. So that's going to be it for this list. It's me, the AOLE Double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm out.